Hello, I'm Thanos, and while I may have ended half of the universe with this piece of art here, I still sometimes need to cut down trees with 8-foot-long swords, so today I need to make myself an 8-foot-long sword. Instagram said I had to make it 8 feet long, full length. This'll be... So I have here my 10-foot-long piece of PVC pipe, but Thanos' sword is not 10 feet long, so we're gonna have to... But only to 6 feet, because an 8-foot-long piece of PVC is really floppy. Hello, chicky wicky wickings. Oh, and also, before I film the rest of the video, let me just go ahead and say, please don't leave endgame spoilers down in the comment section below. I will personally come over to your house with this 8-foot-long behemoth. This is only 6 feet, but whatever. It'll be 8 feet and look scary. And I will cut all of the flowers out of your flower garden. If you leave spoilers, that is. If you don't leave spoilers, I'll be doing some free tree removal with this behemoth thing.
Okay guys, so according to my calculations, the handle of the sword needs to be about 1 foot long, and each of the blades need to be 3.5 feet long, so this shouldn't be too difficult measurement-wise.
Gotta be honest, guys, don't think my mom's gonna be very happy about me having the 2 biggest cardboard boxes I own up here. Also, as I do more and more measurements for this project, I get more and more scared for how insanely massive this is going to be. The blade of the sword is literally 1 foot wide. My mom is not going to be very happy. How do I make the handle thick? I've got it, kids. We're gonna use some of this 5mm craft foam. I haven't done this in a very long time. I hope this works. Let me tell you guys, contact cement really fumes a place up. I think that worked, maybe. But the real test will be is if this sticks and works and actually looks okay. We shall see. So, I think it worked. We might have to do a little sanding here, because, you know, that's not quite right. But I think it's good.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm being Thanos! So, that kind of made a mess. I think before we add detail to the handle, we'll go ahead and hit it with the heat gun. So it would appear that the handle of the sword has some rings that go around it. So I think I'll do that with either some 2mm craft foam or just a little bit of cardboard. Here's a valuable life lesson for you kids out there who are aspiring maker people. Use the same color foam so that when you spray paint it, things don't look wacky. Alrighty, that's about 16 of them. I think that might have been the last squirt. I think I found it. Thank you. I said, cardboard ASMR. Hopefully coming soon, but I'll probably never get around to it. That looks good. I think we'll just bop it with a heat gun real quick. But that does pretty much sum it up for the handle, so I think we're on to the cross guards. Do you ever just look at something and think to yourself, I have no idea how I'm going to do that? Well, guess what? That's how I feel right about now. Okay, so now I have this half template, and I shall apply it to these little cubes that I have made that fit onto the PVC. And
let's do this thing.
So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Guys, there is a much easier way to cut cardboard than with a box knife. It's true. Let me show you. That was a lot of work, and it was only 4. I don't even know if this is thick enough to make one cross guard. So much hard work and dedication later, I have 10 of these. This was a lot of work, and I have to pee. Oh, life's better now. So I'm going to take 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of each Cinco of each thingy, and turn it into a cross guard. I am realizing now that 5 is not enough. I literally just need 2 more. Life's rough sometimes. There we go. Now I can actually do this whole cross guard thing. Hit it. Uno, dos. So now we've got 2 of them. Time to go bevel it out, my dudes. So what I ended up doing here is I actually took my Leatherman with a serrated blade, and I used that to bevel it out, and then I took both of them out to the belt sander to make sure this was all smooth here, and just to smooth this out and this a little bit. So after a lot of time, I finally got these things covered in masking tape. There's probably a better way to do it, but whatever. But then you see I have another problem, and that's that I don't know how to do the 3 divots. I think I'll just save it for later. So that's pretty cool. So now it's time to move on to lay blades. This is gonna be huge. Some somewhat to scale measurements.
I figured out how to do the divots, kids!
So that only took 6 years to finish. Now I can continue with the blades. Again, some mostly to scale dimensions. I didn't want to risk cutting the carpet. Guys, a single blade of this sword comes all the way up to my waist. It's gonna be huge. So I'm gonna use this now as a template to make the other side of one blade and just to make a whole other blade, and then it'll be beveled with separate pieces of cardboard, and it'll be really cool, and it's gonna be really cool. Now this puts a smile on my face. In order to actually hold the blades on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these little cardboard bits, squares that I put onto the PVC here, just so that it lays flat and it doesn't actually have to attach to this. Holy moly! This is already going down as one of the coolest things I've ever made. Also, easily the biggest thing I've ever made. I've never made anything this big before. This is wild. This is wild.
But we're not done yet, kids.
Now to make the rest of the sword. So I have finished up the edges here, and it's humongous, guys. This is one of the coolest things I've ever made. I can't even fit the whole thing on camera, it's so big. However, there are some rough edges on it that I need to cover up and that I don't really want to be there. So I got some masking tape. The really thick kind. Seams covered. So right now I'm working on the cross guard pieces. Also, guys, thanks for 7,000 subscribers. That's kind of a big deal. So that finishes it up for the handle. Now I just have to do the details on the sword, and then we're ready to paint. Detail. Details. 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 45 minutes worth of detail. Line detail. Details. So that pretty much sums it up for construction. I am very happy with this. But now it is time to paint. Also, I'm not going to put on these things yet because these are going to be black and they need to be painted black so I don't have to mask everything off and glue those pieces on later. There we go. Painty time. Yay. Guys, I made an oopsie. Spray painting is done. Time to glue these puppies on. Boom! Shakalaka me alpaca. Now I'm gonna paint these things gold. And then we're gonna dry brush this whole thing to make it look worn. I'm done. So I thoroughly hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of Cardboard Craft. I know I had a lot of fun making it, and it turned out super well, and it took 4 weeks, but whatever. And while I still have you guys here, I might as well tell you to go check out my Instagram, @CardboardCraft, because you can get constant updates on whatever I am building. And yeah, there will be a link to that down in the description below, as well as a link to my merch. That's a great way to support the channel. And as always, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe!